for our top 13 candidates. Are you ready, Ilocadia? But before the big review, let us thank the MMSU's Information and Communications Technology Center and Department of Computing and Information Sciences for helping us in crunching the numbers. Ladies, please step forward as we call on your names. I have the results. Yes. The results is now in our hands. In our hands. With that, let's put our hats together for our first semi-finalist. Miss Siwawer Power Victor!
Miss Victor, it's Izilay Abad.
You can now heave a sigh of relief because you are in Miss Lawag City!
Miss Lawag City is Marnia Dayamin.
You are part of the top 13. Miss Pasuki!
Miss Pasukin is Ashley Julian Bamiano.
Please step forward, Miss Banna!
Miss Banna is Christian Missy Sibukaw.
Take a sigh of relief because you are part of the top 13. Who? Miss Badok!
Miss Badok Samantha Jane Aganor.
You are in the top 13, Miss Batak City!
Miss Batak City Juliana Espiritu.
6 down, 7 more to go. Our next candidate is So Good Pagudpod!
Miss Pagudpod Shanea Faye Dumaging.
All right, you still have the hopes of becoming the next Miss Ilocos Norte, Miss Balasang Tipaway!
Miss Paway Maria Pamela Elena Agurita.
I have never been a good maths person, and I stand to be corrected because you only have 5 spots left. Just 5, and one of those spots belong to... Who? That's right, Baccara!
Miss Baccara Mariela Bianca Ako.
You are part of the top 13, Miss... Who? Louder! Miss Dingras!
Miss Dingras Lovely Demandante.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have already called 10 ladies who will advance to the semi-final round. And we still have to call 3 names to complete our top 13. Kaya girls, huwag mawalan ng pag-asa. This is your last shot at becoming the Miss Ilocos Norte 2023. So, here we go! We begin with our winner of the Resources Challenge run by the 4th Marine Brigade in Camp Boyador held last May 14. During this challenge, the ladies had to exhibit toughness as a series of activities was physically and mentally exhausting. And this year's winner of the Resources Challenge, who will have a chance to compete in the Terno Showcase is... Miss Marcos!
Miss Marcos Jennifer Yalong. Presenting our Brigadier General Vicente Mark Anthony, Captain Dexter Danglusi, and Lieutenant Alpha Api Philippine, Navy Marines.
Congratulations to our Resiliency Challenge winner. We are down to our last 2 spots, and the penultimate spot is for the winner of the Globe Texter's Choice Award. This goes to the candidate who has accumulated the most number of votes in the text poll powered by Globe. And this year's Globe Texter's Choice is Miss Curimao.
Miss Curimao Aliceth Anolin. Presented by Joshua Manalo, the first runner-up of Mr. Lawag and Honorable Medeldorf Gawad.
It's becoming more intense, ladies and gentlemen. 11 ladies are still waiting for their fate, but sadly, only one shall be called. And our last spot is for our social media choice. This will be given to the candidate with the most number of combined votes from official swimsuit, reels, from editorial shoot, street photography, and municipal costume suits posted on our Miss Ilocos Norte FB page. Our social media darling, and the lady who shall complete our top 13 is... Who is it? Miss Sona del Sol Solsona!
Miss Solsona Kate Winslet Villa. Presented by Arvin Licuan, second runner-up, Mr. Lawag, and Liza Somalio, Miss Ilocos Norte 2021.
Ladies and gentlemen, your top 13 for the Miss Ilocos Norte 2023. Congratulations, ladies.
And to our other candidates, thank you so much. You have come so far. You have done an equally exceptional job. Let's give them a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Grabe, no?
Grabe. You know what, Soj? I have been on this stage myself. I can say that Miss Ilocos Norte is really the embodiment of all that is best in the Ilocana.
Yeah, that's right.
She is beauty, talent, influence, and intelligence combined.
Well, I had seen you transform into the woman that you are now, Maurice. Kaya agree ako sa sinabi mo. Kaya naman, at this very moment, we keep up with the competition with the true test to our ladies, and that is the question and answer round.
For this round, the ladies will give their take on pressing and relevant social issues to test their social consciousness and quick thinking under extreme pressure. Questions were already sourced from key players of the provincial government.
And with that, I believe our top 13 are ready, so let's begin the Miss Ilocos Norte 2023 question and answer round. Alright, first of all, may we call on Miss Bintar. Good evening, Miss Bintar. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling excited. I'm so happy. Hello to all Vintarians out there!
That's great. And your question?
I'm sure they are proud of you at this very moment. So here is your question, Ms. Vintar. This is from the Finance, from the Provincial Treasurer, Ms. Josephine Calahate, Local Finance Committee. The question is, Ms. Ilocos Norte is looked up to not only as a beauty queen, but as an influencer. Given the chance, how would you influence people to pay the right taxes and dues to the government?
Beauty pageant nowadays isn't just about glamour and beauty. I believe it is about influencing others. And I, as your future Miss Ilocos Norte, and as a social studies major, believes that education is the key for us to pay our taxes. Because if we are educated, then nothing else would ever cause us harm. And I believe that if we want to achieve economic growth and development, we should know our duty and responsibilities as a citizen of this country. Thank you.
Congratulations, thanks, Miss Vintar. Next, we have Miss Lawag City.
Good evening, Ms. Lawag.
Good evening.
How do you feel?
I feel excited.
All right, so without further ado, Saj.
Your question is under environment. This is a question provided to us by Provincial Administrator Attorney Yvette Convento-Lanes. The question is, in today's world where environmental consciousness are gaining increasing importance, the mining industry faces unique challenges. How would you promote responsible mining practices while advocating for the industry's growth and development?
I think that in modernization, it is important that we understand that sometimes mining has a positive impact in our society, especially in our economy. However, our government must set standards or define rules and policies so that our environment will keep its
May I request everyone to refrain? Thank you.
so that the environment will remain beautiful. And that would be all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Miss Lawag City. Next, we have Miss Pasukin. Hi, Miss Pasukin. How are you feeling tonight?
I feel quite agitated to be here because Miss Ilocos Norte is such a tumultuous event and everybody's now a judge. So please be kind with your words, guys. Everybody's trying hard. All right.
A great reminder from Miss
Yes.
Pasukin.
So with that said, Ms. Pasukin, your question is about transportation. From Attorney Nikki Pilar, Metro Ilocos Norte Council. The question is, what is your stand on the move of the government to produce modernized public utility jeepneys? What is your stand on the move of the government to modernize public utility jeepneys?
I think that I would still agree with this if we still preserve our the type of jeepneys that showcase our culture, because jeepney is one of the known identity of the Philippines. So in order for us to take hold of our individuality, we should also take care of our culture. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Pasukin. May we remind everyone to please hold your applauses and reactions after the candidate has answered the question. Please, everyone, let's be quiet when the candidate is answering. Thank you so much.
Up next, we have Miss Bana. Hi, Miss Bana. How are you feeling?
I'm really nervous, but Nevertheless, I'm happy that I am part of the top 30.
You should maintain that happiness. Your question is under social welfare, and this is a question from Miss Lillian Rin, Provincial Social Welfare and Development Office. Her question goes, the PSWDO conducts programs for the welfare of persons with disabilities. If you were tasked to work on the sector, what programs will you implement to benefit persons with disabilities?
The first program that I am thinking of is to have the program that will really help the disabilities, such as physical therapy, because it's very important for our person with disability to have a physical therapist. At the end of the day, if we want a society that is with unity, Ilocanos and every Filipino should not left behind. At the end of the day, I am an ambassadress of positivity, exceeding from within. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Miss Banda. Up next, we have Miss Badok. Ayan, Miss Badok is getting her question once again, reminding everyone to hold your applauses and reactions until the candidate has answered the question. Please remain silent when the candidate is answering. Hi, Miss Badok.
Good evening, everyone, and of course, good evening to our dear judges.
So your question is about information technology. From Mr. Wilfredo Lorenzo, Information Technology Office. The question is, do you think we should be afraid of artificial intelligence or AI?
Well, personally, I am terrified of artificial intelligence because this has overpowered the different human activities or human interactions. With this, however, I believe that artificial intelligence is still not perfect, and I do believe that we humans still have the better minds. We can think more critically and we can act more efficiently, and above all that is we can do all of the activities that artificial intelligence cannot do. That is all. Thank you.
Sir. Thank you, Miss Badok. Up next, we have Miss City of Bata.
Good evening, Miss Batak City.
Good evening, Miss Maris. Good evening, Ilocania.
Good evening to you too, and your question is under agriculture. This is a question from Attorney Pancho Jose, Office of the Governor and Agriculture Lead. His question is, in 2022, only 3.81% of students went into agriculture, fisheries, and forestry courses. How will you encourage the Ilocano youth to get into the field of agriculture and continue the tradition despite more popular fields like law, business, medicine, or engineering?
As we all know, I came from Batak. Batak does not only dubbed as the home of great leaders, but also we have Farmers Festival. We conduct Farmers Festival. It is because we do have a lot of farmers and we have a big appreciation to the farmers. Now, by opening up a good conversation about joining the youth to the agriculture, it will give me the opportunity to discuss about the importance of maintaining our agricultures. That will be all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, City of Bata. Up next, we have Miss Pagudpod.
Good evening, Miss Pagudpod.
Hi, Miss Pagudpod. How are you feeling tonight?
I'm feeling great.
You're great, and Yan, this is your question.
Your question is about engineering and urban planning from Engineer Luciano Domingo, Provincial Engineering Office. Question is, Ilocos Norte is rapidly growing. what innovative strategies would you propose to ensure that urban development is equitable and promotes quality of life among residents?
Well, I think we will promote the establishments, improve the establishments in Ilocos Norte in order the tourists will come in us so that we have in order Ilocos Norte will shine or live up in another provinces. I'm proudly to say that I'm an Ilocana and I will promote always the province of Ilocos Norte.
Thank you so much, Miss Pagudpod. Up next, we have Miss Paway. Please pick one.
Again, hold your applauses and reactions, ladies and gentlemen, until the candidate has answered. Good evening, Miss Paway.
Good evening, ma'am.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great.
You're great.
And honored to
Yes.
be part of the top 13.
And we hope you do well. And this question is underemployment. This is from Dr. Soya Bueno, Investments Office and Provincial Employment Group Head. The question is, do you think that the proliferation of malls and big investments of national companies in the province affected local MSMEs? Why or why not? I'll repeat the question. Do you think that the proliferation of malls and big investments of national companies in the province affected local MSMEs? Why or why not?
I think this is a great balance on how we can gain more employment in our province since it involves the local government units and it becomes a movement of a whole when the national government comes to invest in our province. It enlightens the minds of everyone that we can instill flourishment and development in our province. This instills proper care for the welfare of every one of us in the province since it provides food on the table, it provides more jobs to suffice for the needs of the family. And this is how we embody Ilocano enrichment and empowerment. We move for social action. Thank you.
Very well said. Thank you, Miss Paway. Up next, Miss Bacara. Hi, Miss Bacara. How are you feeling tonight?
I feel happy because the people of Bacara is here. Thank you so much.
Lovely supporters.
All right, Ms. Bacara, your question is about media. From Mr. Jervy James Gumarit, Communications and Media Office. How can we help educate and empower the youth to responsibly use social media and distinguish between genuine news and fake news? How can we help educate and empower the youth to responsibly use social media and distinguish between genuine news and fake news?
I know that it is truly inevitable to encounter fake news, but the giving relevance of education is about giving echo the value of education amid social media success. I want to remind everyone that maybe everything is temporary, but giving the education within yourself is an enrichment to stay unlimited no matter what happens, not just for your intellectual growth, but also your spiritual and morals. You must also have the different kinds of ethics by being responsible enough to use social media. Because we have to aspire for more education, stay unlimited for aspiring for more to maximize our potentials and maximize ourselves no matter what happens in life. Because an educated people leads the betterment of humanity and economy as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Miss Bacara. Up next, we have Miss Dingras.
We are on our 10th Sarge, right?
Our 10th.
3 more. All right, good evening, Miss Dingras.
Good evening, Miss Maurice.
All right, you're so tall. Your question is under tourism. This is a question from our none other than Mix Iron Raquel, Ilocos Norte Tourism Officer. The question is, in the pandemic, so-called secret spots became popular, referring to places that are not part of the conventional tourist itinerary. Are you in favor of opening unspoiled or undiscovered locations in the province to tourism and commercial development? Okay, one more time. In the pandemic, so-called secret spots became popular, referring to places that are not part of the conventional tourist itinerary. Are you in favor of opening unspoiled or undiscovered locations in the province to tourism and commercial development?
Of course, I am in favor for that because it does not only unveil the mystery and beauty of Ilocos Norte, but it also attracts the tourists in Ilocos Norte. And I believe that if we focus on really showing the real beauty of Ilocos Norte, I feel like a lot of people will see the wonders of our place, especially that if the government will also invest on sustainable tourism, I feel like that's a really good plan. Thank you.
We feel so too. Thank you, Ms. Tingras.
We are down to our last 3 candidates, Saj.
And up next, we have Ms. Marcos. Please get one question. Hi, Ms. Marcos. How are you feeling? Relax lang. Chill. How are you?
I feel a little bit nervous, but I am grateful that I am part of the top 13.
All right, with that, Ms. Marcos, your question is about health by Dr. Joy Ruedas, Provincial Health Office. The question is, with the overwhelming cases of teenage pregnancy in Ilocos Norte, how can you advocate in helping mitigate this social and health issue?
With my advocacy quality education, I will use this as greatest asset for me to mitigate the teenage pregnancy, one of our societal issue, which is as women are being affected. I will use also my voice to influence my fellow women, to boost their confidence, to have a quality education, because I believe that youth is the hope of our nation. And they must know that education is one of a key to success. That would be all, and I thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Marcos. Up next, we have Ms. Curimao. Please get a question. And I think we're down to our last 2.
Yes, we're leaning towards the end of the top 13 question and answer, Saj.
Hi, okay.
Good evening, Ms. Curimao.
Good evening po.
Ms. Curimao, your question is under sports. This is from Ms. Helen Rose of the Ilocos Norte Sports Development Council. Your question is, sports is a vehicle in achieving a healthy lifestyle. How can you contribute in developing a sustainable sporting culture in Ilocos Norte? One more time, sports is a vehicle in achieving a healthy lifestyle. How can you contribute in developing a sustainable sporting culture in Ilocos Norte?
I can contribute to them like participating in one of those sports and using my voice and influence others to join the sports and support this culture, because this can help us to be physically fit and healthy. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Curimao.
All right, we are down to our last candidate for the top 13 question and answer portion. Let's call on Ms. Solsona.
All right, good evening, Ms. Solsona. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good, Saj.
Great, okay. This question is under youth and education. This is from Mr. Willie Jake Sibat from the Ilocos Norte Youth Development Office. His question is, do you think that social media has given the youth too much freedom in expressing themselves online? Why or why not? One more time, do you think that social media has given the youth too much freedom in expressing themselves online? Why or why not?
I believe that social media is one of the biggest platforms we have now in this modern world. And as a youth, as one of the influencers, it is up to us to handle the situations because I believe that technology may be one of the useful servants we have now, but it can also be one of the dangerous masters we may have if we cannot handle it properly. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Miss Solsona. And that wraps up our question and answer round. Let's give them a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. This was really indeed an opportunity for the ladies to prove their value and their voice as strong women of the North. Excellent job, ladies.
Hello everyone, we had witnessed our 13 semifinalists hurdle the grueling question and answer round. And now it's time for them to show their grace and grandeur as they stride on the center stage with the Philippine Turno. This is the 2023 Miss Ilocos Norte Turno competition.
We begin the Terno competition with Miss Vintar Izilay Abad. Miss Vintar Izilay Abad. Miss Lawag City Marnia Tayamen. Miss Lawag City Marnia Tayamen. Miss Pasukin Ashley Julian Bamiano. Miss Pasukin Ashley Julian Bamiano. Miss Banna Christian Missy Sibukam. Miss Banna Christian Missy Sibukam. Miss Badok Samantha Jane Aganon. Juliana Espiritu. Miss Batak City, Juliana Espiritu. Miss Pagudpod, Shania Faye Dumagi. Miss Pagudpod, Shania Faye Dumagi. Miss Paway, Maria Pamela Elena Agurita. Miss Paway, Maria Pamela Elena Agurita. Miss Bacara, Mariela Bianca Ako. Miss Bacara, Mariela Bianca Ako. Miss Tingras, Lovely Demandante. Miss Tingras, Lovely Demandante. Miss Marcos, Jennifer Yalong. Miss Marcos, Jennifer Yalong. Miss Curimao, Alicent Anilin. Miss Curimao, Alicent Anilin. Miss Solsona, Kate Winslet Villa. Miss Solsona, Kate Winslet Villa. with the most exquisite ternos from top-notch designers in Ilocos Norte.
First, there were 23 superbly representing their very own municipalities and cities. Then, there were just 13. Now we must choose the final 5 candidates for Miss Ilocos Norte 2023.
Wow, you know, Saj, this gets more dramatic, ladies and gentlemen. But as it happens, we only need 5 to move forward. So, let's get started. Here are the ladies who made it to our final round.
But before that, of course, this is just a warm-up.
Yes.
Once again, thank you so much for being here. Can we hear your top 5? Who's your Miss Ilocos Norte, everybody? Consistent dito, Bakara.
Yes, Bacarans. Alright, Bacara. And then we also have here, sinong bet ninyo?
Dingras. Sino pa dyan?
Sa likod.
Banna? Ay, si Banna. I see. Sino pa ba? We also have Sonsona, of course.
Unfortunately, we can see here and there kasi sa ilaw, Soj.
Oo nga. We have the supporters of Curimao. How about Paway? Kita ko si Mayor Sheila kumakaway-kaway sa Paway. How about our supporters from Pagudpod?
How about our supporters for Miss Marcos?
Magpapatalabang supporters ng City of Batak.
How about from Badok?
May we also have the supporters of Miss Pasukin.
How about for the Siwawer Power Vintar?
At syempre naman, dahil ikaw ay taga dyan, ako na magsasabi, the Sunshine City of Lawag. Grabe. You know, I feel like it's a very, very tedious call to make.
Yes, so you know, this is the hardest part in the beauty pageant, cutting down the ladies, because we know that they all deserve to be here. You know, the hard work, the effort that they put into since day one up to this coronation night. Woo! Kudos to all of the ladies who were here, to the 23 ladies. Congratulations to all of you for making it this far.
At dahil ganun na nga, tatanungin na kita. So before the announcement, no, from top 13 to top 5, what were you feeling?
To be honest, when it was my time, I wasn't really expecting to be part of the top 5 because it was a tough question and answer portion because, you know, sometimes it's really hard to express yourselves with the pressing and relevant issues of the country and the province.
Yes.
But, you know, when I was called, I was just thankful.
Paano yung reaction?
Oy, grabe. Hindi pa ganon. Parang sabi ko, thank you, Lord.
Wow.
Parang ganon. Subtle, low-key reaction lang. Because, you know, I've been praying for it and it was granted that night. So, it was
Tama
really
yan.
fulfilling.
And I feel like the girls would share the same thing. I know it's a mix of nervousness, excitement, but of course, without their supporters, without their support, mas napapatatag ang kanilang mga loob. Tama ba? And ayun, at this point again, gusto kong ulit i-promote. Maraming salamat po sa aking circular outfit. I call this the circular outfit exclusively from Wanda Empire of Wanda Couture. And of course, Sir Ira Bailon for my opening outfits. And about you? May sinasabi rin, MD Glow. Mahal na mahal kong MD Glow. Use my code, #MD Wait lang. MD Sauce 026 for 5% discount.
Nako hindi ka pa sure? Ako naman sure na ako that I would like to thank Miss Wanda Imperio of Wanda Couture, Ira Bailon, and of course, Arwat by Janie Lau, and of course, Ilocos Norte.
Also, Makeup Angel Pascual. Thank you so much, Ate Briwata. You are truly a diwata.
Yes, of course, and to Sir Nasser Riveral, thank you so much for making me beautiful tonight.
Ayan. So, ako naman tanungin mo.
Pinilit.
Okay. What for you was like the most interesting question from the top 13 kanina?
Well, for me, since I'm working now in the sports industry, that was really the most interesting question because I work as a mobile journalist for a media company. So it was really interesting for me to have an idea, how can you actually inspire other people to engage in sports? Because nowadays, you know, if that would be asked or that would be asked to me, I think I would answer it in a way that we should help inspire more people by encouraging them and by sharing stories. You know, this is one of the great things that people always tell me in the sports industry, to share stories, to share their success stories, to share bakit nga ba sila napunta doon in the first place? Why are they there? Why are they really working hard just to get the gold medal? And of course, speaking of gold medal, congratulations to our athletes who made it to the SEA Games. Yung mga Ilocano natin na nasa SEA Games.
Actually, one of my friends, Joaquin Tuzon, won silver, right? Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Nakaka-proud talaga maging Ilocano. And today is a celebration of the beauty and the triumph of being an Ilocana.
That's why, Soj, huwag na nating patagalin pa. I'm sure you're all excited to know our top 5.
The results are in. In no particular order, the first spot belongs to congratulations, Miss Bacara!
Miss Bacara, Mariela Bianca Ako.
The second finalist who will have the chance to answer the final question is Miss Dingras!
Miss Dingras, Lovely Demandante.
We're halfway down, and our third finalist is... Can I hear who you're supporting? Soda del Sol, Solsona!
Miss Solsona, Kate Winslet Villa.
Kailian, another lady who stood out and will make it to the final round is Miss Tino Miss Bado.
Miss Bado, Samantha Jane Aganon.
You know, if there's one thing, Maurice, that I would never want to do in hosting is to not read the right name.
Alright.
Especially for the last girl. Congratulations, because you are to complete our top 5. Miss Kumakaway Paway! Paway!
Miss Paway, Maria Pamela Elena Agurita.
Let's give a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen!
Let's give these ladies a round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, your top 5 for Miss Ilocos Norte 2023. To the other ladies, congratulations for making it to this far and for proudly representing your town.
This is such an emotional moment.
Yeah,
you
this
know?
is such an emotional
Grabe.
moment, Saj. You know, this is where you realize all of the things that you've done. Talagang, when your name is called and you are part of the top 5, you're just thanking everyone that has helped you be in the spot from the beginning. And I'm sure these young ladies are really just thanking everyone in their mind. And of course, thanking their supporters for being
Yes.
this wild, for being this loud.
Once again, let's show our love to our top 5. Bacara, Dingras, Solsona,
Bato! And Kumakaway Pawag!
As we set up, and as we wait for the rest of our board of judges, Maurice, will I throw the question back to you? Nung pumasok ka na ng top 5, and you were like, were you the first one to answer?
Yes, I think I was. Was
No,
I?
you were not.
I forget. That was 5 years ago, to be honest. I really forgot what happened that night.
But then like, ayan, so of course make sure na soundproof na and everything. And like, but then like after answering the question, what was the initial feeling?
You know, to be honest, I don't know if this is how other pageant enthusiasts or pageant candidates feel, but when you answer the last round, the last
Yes.
question and answer, it's just a sigh of relief in your head. It's just like, oh my God, tapos na. That was really, to be honest, that was really on top of my mind when the question and answer was done and you were like stepping forward for the final evaluation. I was like, tapos na.
Tapos na.
Tapos na, sumagot na ako, bahala na ang judges. And I'm sure the judges will have a hard time because these ladies are really just intelligent, Saj.
All right. Thank you so much for your sharing. Ilocos Norte, here are 5 finalists who will face off in the final round.
That's right, Saj. We have come to the ultimate battle of the evening, the final round. The candidates will answer a common question that will come from no less than our chair of the board, Ms. Gazini Ganados. We need to secure their ears with headphones to ensure the integrity of the competition.
And I guess we're ready with that. Let's call on our first finalist, Miss Bacara. Hi, Miss Bacara. Congratulations. Your question will come from the chair of the Board of Judges. Yes.
Good evening. My question for you will be,
May I request the audience to please keep quiet. Thank you so much.
how will you embody the spirit of a modern Ilocana while honoring the rich heritage and traditions of Ilocos Norte? Again, how will you embody the spirit of a modern Ilocana while honoring the rich heritage and traditions of Ilocos Norte?
Ilocos Norte's adversity is the main reason why of our today's glory. But if I will be the one who are chosen with this being an Ilocana who will maintain the beauty of our heritage, I will use this platform for me to chat, to bring these aspects for something that I will introduce to the world. The warmth of the people that we have, the beautiful destinations that we can offer to the world, and also the innate culture and tradition that we bring our uniqueness as well. And we have a good functioning government, stable economy, unified people, and culturally rich place. And that is, these aspects are the perfect ones that we can offer to the world and to the universe as well. Thank you.
Congratulations, Miss Bacara. Thank you so much. Take the headphones off for Miss Dingras.
Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to remind everyone to hold your applauses again and reactions until the candidate has answered the question. Pakihintay lang po natin na makasagot muna ang ating kandidata bago po tayo mag-react or humiyaw. And yes, our question will come again from the chair of the board, Ms. Gazini Ganados.
Your question is, how will you embody the spirit of a modern Ilocana while honoring the rich heritage and traditions of Ilocos Norte? Once again, how will you embody the spirit of a modern Ilocana while honoring the rich heritage and traditions of Ilocos Norte?
Thank you. I will embody it by accepting change as well as preservation. Change in a way that women nowadays talks, and when they talk, everybody listens, and when everybody listens, they influence. And I would use that in order for me to cultivate the culture and heritage of Ilocos Norte, because I believe that we Ilocanos have a lot to offer, more than just the tourist spots, the delicacies. We are so much more than that. Thank you.
Congratulations, Miss Ignace. Thank you so much. Remove the headphones for Miss Solsona. Hi, Miss Solsona. Your question will come from Gazini Ganados, the chair of the Board of Judges. Kalma.
Your question is, how will you embody the spirit of a modern Ilocana while honoring the rich heritage and traditions of Ilocos Norte? Again, how will you embody the spirit of a modern Ilocana while honoring the rich heritage and traditions of Ilocos Norte?
I believe that I am a modern Ilocana that has both the traits and characteristics of the modern times and also to our history. A modern Ilocana is I have both the independence, the strength and fearlessness of the modern times, and at the same time, I have the wisdom and heart of our culture and our history as Ilocanos. And I also want to remind everyone that even though we are the youth, we have the loudest voice today, and to tell you all that we should not only be the future hopes, but we should also be the present solutions in every problems we have in our community. Thank you.
Great answer. Thanks, Miss Solsona. Remove the headphones for Miss Bago.
All right, Ms. Badok, the question will come from the chair of the board, Ms. Gazini Ganados.
All right. Your question is, how will you embody the spirit of a modern Ilocana while honoring the rich heritage and traditions of Ilocos Norte? Again, how will you embody the spirit of a modern Ilocana while honoring the rich heritage and traditions of Ilocos Norte?
Well, I think people are in charge of their happiness and their own success in life. And of course, as women of the North or modern Ilocanas, I also believe that we are very strong, firm, and resilient, and we are confident in making decisions, and we all know what we want to do in whatever aspects in our life. With this, I believe that a modern Ilocana, however, with their greatest achievements in life, she is still able to give back, to give acknowledgement to where she came from, to honor her roots, and of course, above all that, is to give back to those people who helped her. And I believe that I have this embodiment of an empowered and a modern Ilocana that embraces and of course empowers the rich heritage and tradition of our dear province, Ilocos Norte. That is all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Badok. Let's now call on our last candidate, Ms. Pawai.
Hi, Miss Pawai. Your question will come from the chair of the Board of Judges, Gazini Ganados.
Your question is, how will you embody the spirit of a modern Ilocana while honoring the rich heritage and traditions of Ilocos Norte? Again, how will you embody the spirit of a modern Ilocana while honoring the rich heritage and traditions of Ilocos Norte?
I came from the municipality of Paway, and our product has always been the Inabel textile. It charmed the world since the galleon trade. As an Ilocana, I could embody our tradition and rich culture through wearing the Inabel textile. And of course, wearing it could reach places, could reach government officials to increase funding for the Loom Weavers Association, and we can preserve our culture in a more sustainable way for us to engage in the loom weaving activities, for us to have more equitable sources of employment for the younger generations, because this Inabel textile is the charm of the North. It embodies, like the song Women of the North, we are beautiful and edified with the Inabel textile that is pride of the North. And with me, as a writer, I could also use my writing skills to write about our culture and heritage and also incorporate the local textiles that we have, since this is a cultural representation of an Ilocana women, and we can assimilate and of course engage the community people to come with us to strive for the best, for the textiles that we have, for the culture that we have, and of course the heart and the artisan hands of the loom weavers who toiled for every tile and every Abel Iloco that has been brought out to the world. Thank you.
Congratulations. Thank you, Miss Paway.
Thank you so much, Miss Paway. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause!
Yes, Ilocania, that wraps our final question and answer.
And that wraps up our final question and answer. Ladies, you truly are amazing. So congratulations, everyone!
And now it's crunch time. But before the judges lock in their scores, here are our top 5 finalists as they give one last impression on them. We begin with Miss Bacara.
Miss Dingras.
Miss Sonsona.
Miss Bado.
Of course, Miss Paway. Ilocania, your top 5 for Miss Ilocos Norte 2023. And speaking of 2023, -1, 2022 has been a memorable year for this lady, winning her local pageant and emerging as the ultimate queen of the North.
And that's a year already, Saj. And now, reflecting on that year, Miss Ilocos Norte 2022, together with her royal court.
We begin with our 4th runner-up, Marian Abigail Pagdilao of Pinili.
Third runner-up, Aliyah Queen Romero of Bataan.
Once again, let's start with our 4th runner-up, Marian Abigail Pagdilao of Pinili.
Our third runner-up, Aliyah Queen Romero of Bataan.
Kate Ballesteros of Saray.
Our first runner-up, Sophia Noreen Ingrid Guillermo of Dingras.
And our Miss Ilocos Norte 2022, Chrislyn Keith Alawag of Lawag City. Ladies and gentlemen, kaka-Ilians, your Miss Ilocos Norte 2022 Queens. Let's give them a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
We are down to the most dramatic part of the evening. It's what everyone has been waiting for, and it's the announcement of our big winners.
It has been a spectacular evening, Janie and Saj. And thank you, Ilocandia, for making it one.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are just about the moment of truth. We are ready to crown our new Miss Ilocos Norte and her princesses, who will take home fabulous prizes including the Sirmata Provincial Learners Grant from the Ilocos Norte Youth Development Office.
We begin with our runners-up. Now, these ladies have important roles to play throughout their reign, especially in assisting our new queen.
Mukhang we're still warming up, right, Miss Jamie? At this point,
Oh,
you just want
yes.
to thank
Okay.
anyone for
All
tonight?
right. Well, you know what? Since we have like the time to thank people who made us look fabulous tonight,
Yes.
I would like to thank Amor Albano from Ilocos Norte for creating my first gown. And of course, Chita Rivera for making this beautiful terno, which is made out of inabel.
Wow, perfect. Looks beautiful. Does it look stunning on Miss Jamie, everybody?
Of course. Wow.
Of course.
Yes. Sorry.
Tama naman. Sorry, what a
Overly
question.
confident. Overly confident. Be beautiful with a heart. Wow.
Okay, at this point, I've been interviewing her. This
Yes, so
time,
it's your turn.
It's your turn to be interviewed.
Ako mag-
Yes,
Yeah,
we will
ikaw.
interview you.
Okay, all right. Bring it on.
So, example, in the crowning moment of Miss Earth, take us back. How did it feel waiting for the results, agitated? How did it feel?
Yeah, and what was the thought process when you were waiting for the announcement?
I was very thirsty. Actually, medyo dehydrated, diba, minsan? Kasi if the lights are hitting you
Yes.
and you don't have time to drink water, you know, you start to feel a little bit lightheaded. So at first, I was pretty surprised I won. But in a way, it was also very helpful para walang water retention sa body. Diba?
Yes, tama. Kaya I saw the crowning moments. It was like, paano yung...
Oh, can you reenact it?
Parang-
Okay, reenact it. Go,
Ayoko,
go!
Baka ayoko, baka si Gob nanunood, mahirap na. Baka wala akong
grabe ka
sweldo.
naman.
Sorry lang.
But you know what, Saj and
Yes.
Maris? You know what I think we should do right now? I think we should be
Okay, ako
meron
din.
na? Everyone, meron na.
Okay. Oh my God.
Are you all excited for the results?
Wala, parang di kayo excited.
Ano
Elocadia! Are you excited?
Are you ready to award our fourth runner-up?
Mukhang mas ready sila sa Miss Ilocos Norte 2023. And with that, Miss Jamie, the results are in your hands.
Okay, everyone, round two. That said, here is our our 2023 Miss Ilocos Norte 4th runner-up. And our 4th runner-up for Miss Ilocos Norte is no other than Poway!
Miss Poway, Maria Pamela Elena Agurita. Maria Pamela Elena Agurita, presenting our Professor Arsenio Gallego. Marian Abigail Pagbilao, 4th runner-up, Miss Ilocos Norte 2022. Attorney Jether Corpus. Our 4th runner-up shall be receiving 10,000 pesos worth of gift of services courtesy of MD Glow. JBL speaker from High Factor, Share Tea. 3,000 pesos worth of gift certificate from Share Tea and a scholarship grant to be presented by Mr. Will Sipat of Ilocos Norte Youth Development Office.
It's time to name our 3rd runner-up. And our Miss Ilocos Norte 2023 3rd runner-up is Miss Bado.
Miss Bado, Samantha Jane Aganon. Presenting are Leo Almador, Alia Win Ramos, Romero of Bataan. Miss Gazini Ganados, our Miss Universe Philippines 2019. And Will Sipat of Ilocos Norte Youth Development Office. Our 3rd runner-up shall be receiving JBL speakers from High Factor, a gift certificate worth 3,000 pesos from Share Tea, mobile spa services, and 10,000 pesos worth of services from MD Glow.
And then we were down to 3. The drama is getting more intense, ladies and gentlemen. So let's meet this year's 2nd runner-up. Our Miss Ilocos Norte 2nd runner-up is Miss Bacara.
Miss Bacara, Mariela Bianca Ako. Presenting our Axel Ken. Feby Kate Ballesteros, Nicole Borromeo, Benvining International 2022. Nico Casabuena, and Mr. Will Sibat. Our 3rd second runner-up will be receiving JBL speakers from High Factor, a gift certificate worth 5,000 pesos from Share Tea, mobile spa, 10,000 pesos worth of services from MD Glow, and a scholarship grant, courtesy of the Ilocos Norte Youth Development Office.
Okay. This is it, everyone! Eto na!
Yay!
Okay.
Ito na! Papunta na tayo sa exciting part!
I know! Ladies, can you take center stage?
Please move to center stage. Miss
and
Dingras
Solsona, please
and Miss
move
Solsona,
forward.
please move to center stage.
And hold hands.
Hold
Hold hands.
And pray to win. Wow. And the battle has gone down to 2. One of these ladies is about to become Miss Ilocos Norte 2023. So who is it gonna be?
Is it the lady from Tigras? Or is it the lady from Sonsona?
Oh, okay.
Let's see.
So just to let you guys know, in any eventuality, our first runner-up will take over in case our new queen will fail to discharge her duties as Miss Ilocos Norte 2023. So ladies, good luck. I'll announce our first runner-up. Okay? Again, I will announce the first runner-up. And our Miss Ilocos Norte 2023 first runner-up is Miss Sonsona!
And your new Miss Ilocos Norte 2023 is no other than Miss Tigras.
Miss Sonsona is Kate Winslet Villa, presenting our Vice Governor Cecilia Araneta Marcos, Chita Rivera, Sofia Nurin Guillermo, Tracy Morin Perez, Will Sipag, and Miko Casabuena. First runner-up shall be receiving Samsung A23 from High Factor, 8,000 pesos worth of gift certificate from Sherty and Mobile Spa, and 10,000 pesos worth of services from MD Globe. A scholarship grant courtesy of Ilocos Norte Youth Development Office. Miss Ilocos Norte, presenting the prizes and the awards. Christine Keith Alawa, Governor Matthew Marcos Manoto, Gazini Ganados, Will Sibad, Miko Casabuena. Our Miss Ilocos Norte shall be receiving 2 round-trip tickets in any PAL regional route, courtesy of Philippine Airlines. 10,000 pesos worth of services from MD Globe, Samsung A34 from High Factor, and Sherty gift certificate worth 10,000 pesos. And our scholarship grant from the Ilocos Norte Youth Development Office.
And your new Miss Ilocos Norte 2023 is no other than Miss Tigras!
Congratulations, Miss Tigras! Miss Tigras, please take your first walk as Miss Ilocos Norte 2023! Miss Tigras, please take your first walk as Miss Ilocos Norte 2023. And congratulations also to all of our runners-up and our candidates. They did a job well done. And once again, congratulations to Miss Tigras, our new Miss Ilocos Norte 2023.
Ilocania! Ilocania, a new queen is in! This has been Maurice Domingo.
The new story will be chronicled in the books of Miss Ilocos Norte and Alton Sojourner Camayon.
And we are hopeful to send an Ilocano to a bigger stage to bring honor and glory to our beloved province of Ilocos Norte. I am Jamie Harrell, and happy La Virgen Milagrosa! Viva Ilocos Norte!